So, you finally did it. You landed that promotion you've been hustling for. You're buzzing with excitement as you shoot a text to your best friend, the one who knows every single detail of the struggle. You hit send, and you wait. The reply you get is a single, lukewarm, "Congrats." Or maybe it's worse. Maybe they just ignore it and start complaining about their own bad day. That confusing, sinking feeling in your gut? It's not in your head. It's a sign of a powerful, ancient, and deeply uncomfortable human emotion: envy. Today, we're getting into the real psychological reasons why your success, your growth, your happiness can make some of the people closest to you secretly root for your failure. This is the unspoken truth about what happens when you start to shine, and why that light can feel like a personal attack to the people you least expect. First things first, we need to draw a clear line between two emotions that everyone mixes up: envy and jealousy. They might feel similar, but they work in totally different ways. Jealousy is the fear of losing something you already have. Think of a partner getting worried when someone flirts with you. They're scared of losing your affection to a rival. It's a three-person drama: you, your partner, and whoever they see as a threat. Envy, on the other hand, is a two-person story. It's that raw, painful feeling of wanting what someone else has. It's when you look at someone's success, their talent, or their life, and a little voice inside whispers, "I want that. And I hate that they have it, and I don't." It's a deeply personal and often shameful feeling, which is why almost nobody ever admits to it. People will admit to pride or anger, but envy is the one we hide even from ourselves. Getting this difference is the first step, because that congrats you got wasn't about them being afraid of losing you. It was about the pain of seeing you gain something they feel they're missing. So why does your win feel like a loss to someone else? It all comes down to something called social comparison. We are literally wired to figure out our own worth by looking at others. Back when we were evolving in small tribes, knowing where you stood in the hierarchy was a matter of survival. That ancient wiring is still there. When you announce your success, you're not just sharing good news. On a subconscious level, you're holding up a mirror to the people around you. For a friend who's secure and happy with their own life, that mirror reflects your joy, and they celebrate with you. But for a friend who feels stuck, insecure, or unfulfilled, that mirror reflects their own perceived failures. Your promotion highlights their dead-end job. Your happy relationship magnifies their loneliness. Your discipline is annoying because it reminds them of the goals they gave up on. This is where the famous crab bucket analogy comes in. If you put a single crab in a bucket, it can climb right out. But if you put a bunch of crabs in there, the second one starts to climb, the others will pull it back down. They do this because of a collective instinct that says, "If I can't get out, nobody gets out." That's exactly how envy can work in some friend groups. Your growth messes with the comfortable balance of shared misery or mediocrity. Their reaction isn't really about you. It's a subconscious attempt to pull you back into the bucket to make themselves feel better about being stuck there. Envy almost never shows its face. It's a master of disguise, and it wears a lot of masks to hide what it really is. Learning to spot these masks is key to protecting your energy. Mask 1. The backhanded compliment. This is probably the most common one. The words sound nice, but they leave you feeling kind of crappy. "Wow, a new car. Must be nice not to have any student loans." Or, "Congrats on the book deal. I'm surprised you found the time with your kids and all." On the surface, it sounds like praise. But what they're really doing is trying to subtly knock down your achievement by suggesting you didn't really earn it, or that it came at a price. Mask 2. The ghost. You share your amazing news. And then, crickets. The friend who used to text you all day is suddenly slammed. Invitations go unanswered. They just fade away. This isn't random. They can't stand the pain of seeing your success, and they can't bring themselves to fake being happy for you, so they just remove the source of the pain, you. Trust me, their disappearing act is a clear pattern that starts the moment your good news drops. Mask 3. The interrogator. Instead of celebrating, this person puts your success on trial. They hit you with a ton of questions meant to find a flaw. You got the promotion? How many more hours will you have to work? Are you sure you can handle that stress? What if you fail? This isn't real concern. It's an interrogation designed to plant seeds of doubt in your own head. They're looking for a crack in the story that will make them feel better about their own situation. Mask 4. The minimizer. This person kills your vibe by immediately downplaying your big moment. You say, "I finally hit my sales target." And they hit you back with, "Oh, nice. Anyway, you won't believe the traffic I was in today." By blowing off your news, they're making it feel small and insignificant. They might also compare it to something bigger someone else did, just to imply that yours isn't that special. It's a power move. By refusing to give your success any airtime, they're trying to stay in control. Mask 5. The gossip. You start hearing through the grapevine that people are talking about your success, but not in a good way. The envious friend might be spreading little rumors or framing your win in a negative light. They'll say things like, "Yeah, she got the promotion, but I heard she had to play dirty to get it," or "They bought a new house, but they're probably drowning in debt." This is a classic attempt to tear you down and tarnish your reputation just to level the playing field in their own mind. Mask 6. The concerned advisor. This one is especially tricky because it wraps envy up in a blanket of love and concern. "I'm just worried this new business is going to take over your life. I don't want to see you burn out." Or, "Are you sure moving to a new city is a good idea?" It sounds so lonely. It sounds like they care, but they're actually just projecting their own fears and limits onto you. Their advice is really meant to make you scared and encourage you to play it safe, to stay in the bucket with them. Mask 7. The Schadenfreude seeker. Schadenfreude is a German word for feeling pleasure from someone else's misfortune, and it's envy's best friend. This person won't openly cheer for your failures, but you'll catch a little spark in their eye when things go wrong for you. If your new business hits a rough patch, they'll say, "Oh no, that's awful," but they'll seem a little too eager to hear all the details. They are secretly relieved by your struggles because it makes them feel better, reassuring them that your success isn't so great after all. While being the target of envy sucks, it's important to remember that the person feeling it is living in their own private hell. Holding on to envy is like drinking poison. It rots you from the inside out. Psychologically, constant envy is linked to higher rates of anxiety, depression, and seriously low self-esteem. It's an emotion that's fed by feeling inadequate, and it traps people in a toxic cycle of bitterness that stops them from ever reaching their own potential. Their envy literally makes them feel more alone and less able to handle life. For you, the damage is the slow-burning death of a relationship you thought was solid. Envy destroys the foundation of any real friendship: trust. You start to feel like you're walking on eggshells, afraid to share your joy. This creates distance and a lot of pain as you mourn a connection you once valued. Their envy forces you to either make yourself smaller to keep them comfortable or create distance to protect your own sanity. So, what do you do when you spot these masks on someone you care about? Confronting them directly usually backfires and just makes them defensive. The best way forward is with emotional intelligence and a strong sense of self-preservation. It's about protecting your peace, no apologies needed. Step 1. Recognize, don't absorb. The first and most powerful thing you can do is see the envy for what it is, a reflection of their internal struggle, not a reflection of you. When you get a backhanded compliment, tell yourself, "This isn't about me, this is about their insecurity." That thought alone creates an emotional shield. You can see their negativity without having to take it on. Step 2. Create strategic distance and manage information. This doesn't always mean cutting them off completely, although sometimes that's the healthiest choice. More often, it means creating some smart distance. You start being more selective about who you share things with. Save your biggest wins and deepest dreams for the people who have proven they can be in your corner. Think of it like giving your friends different access levels. Your most trusted friends get front row seats. The envious ones get moved to the nosebleeds. They can still be in your life, but they don't get a backstage pass to your journey anymore. Step 3. Build your sunshine circle. Actively put your time and energy into relationships with people who genuinely cheer you on. A strong support system is the best antidote to the poison of envy. When you're surrounded by people who clap when you win, the negativity from one person starts to feel a lot smaller. This circle of support reinforces your worth and makes you more resilient. Step 4. Reframe their envy as a compass. This next one is a total game changer. Instead of seeing their envy as a personal attack, start seeing it as an accidental compliment, a sign that you're doing something right. People only envy those who have something desirable. Their negativity is a compass pointing directly at your growth. It's proof that you're moving forward. When you reframe it this way, their negativity doesn't hurt you. It validates you. Step 5. Refuse to shrink. And the most important rule of all, do not dim your light just to make someone else feel more comfortable in the dark. It's so tempting to downplay your success to keep the peace, but that's a betrayal of your own hard work. Someone else's inability to handle your shine is not your problem to solve. Your growth is not an attack, it's your right. Keep growing, keep achieving, and keep evolving. Navigating human emotions is never easy, especially when you're successful. We've seen that envy is really just a painful reflection of someone's own inner world, that it hides behind masks, and that the best way to handle it is with wisdom, strong boundaries, and a refusal to make yourself small. You can't control how other people react to your success, but you can absolutely control how brightly you shine. Now, I want to hear from you. What are some of the ways you've seen envy show up in your life? Have you ever gotten that hollow "congrats"? Share your story in the comments below. When you read through them, you'll see just how many of us have gone through this. And if this video hit home for you, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our next one. Remember, their inability to celebrate your light doesn't mean you should dim it. Keep growing, keep shining.